Let's explore advanced C++ input-output streams. We will focus on mastering input and output stream operations in C++. This is essential for any C++ programmer who wants to handle data effectively. C++ input-output is built on a hierarchy of stream classes. At the base is ios_base, which includes the base class with formatting flags. Next is ios, which adds stream state functionality. iostream is for input operations like cin. ostream handles output operations like cout. And finally, iostream is a combination of both input and output. Take a look at the code sample. It shows standard input-output stream objects. We include the iostream library to work with input and output streams. In the main function std, cout is used to display output to the console, and std, cin is used to read an integer value from the console. The program then returns 0 to indicate successful execution. Now let's dive into stream formatting. This involves manipulating the output format using several techniques. You can control the numeric base, such as decimal, hexadecimal, or octal. You can also set the precision for floating point values and adjust field width and alignment. Additionally, Boolean values can be formatted as text or numeric. Manipulators can be chained together for complex formatting. Have a look at the sample code. We include iostream and iomanip libraries. We set a double variable pi to a value. We use std, fixed and std, set precision to format the output of pi to 4 decimal places. The integer variable x is set to 255. The decimal and hexadecimal values of x are then outputted. Next, let's learn about file input-output operations. When working with file streams, C++ provides classes like ifstream for input file streams, offstream for output file streams, and fstream for combined input and output. File modes control access permissions. Always check the stream state after operations to ensure everything is working correctly. Here is an example. We include the fstream and iostream libraries. We create an offstream object named outFile to write to the file named data.txt. We check if the file is successfully opened using the is_open method. If the file is open, the program writes a string to the file and then closes the file using the close method. Now let's see how to read from files. There are several file input techniques available. You can read line by line using getLine, character by character with get, or perform binary reading with read. It's also important to check for the end of file, that is, EOF with EOF, and handle errors using fail and bad. Now check the code. Here we include the fstream, iostream, and string libraries. We create an ifstream object named infile to read from the file named data.txt. The program reads the file line by line using a while loop and the getLine function. Each line is then outputted to the console. Now let's explore binary file operations. Use the iOS binary flag for binary mode. Read and write are used for raw memory access. Specify the exact byte count for operations. This is useful for custom data formats. Remember to be aware of platform-specific issues. Consider the code sample. We include fstream and iostream. We define a structure person with a character array name and an integer age. We create a person object P and initialize it with the name Alice and age 30. We write the binary data of the person object to the file named person.dat, using the write method and reinterpret_cast to cast the person object to a character pointer. Now let's learn about string streams. String streams provide in-memory stream processing capabilities. The stringstream class is used for both input and output, iostream for string input processing, and ostringstream for string output creation. These are useful for parsing and formatting, and can convert between strings and other types. Check the code sample. It includes stream, iostream, and string libraries. We create an stringstream object named ISS with the string data containing an integer and a double. The program extracts the integer and double values from the string stream and outputs them to the console. Now, let's talk about creating custom stream manipulators. This allows you to extend stream functionality. You can create parameterized manipulators with function objects and non-parameterized manipulators with simple functions. These can be chained with other manipulators and encapsulate complex formatting logic. Let's see an example. It includes the iostream and iomanip libraries. We define a function currency that takes an ostream object as input and outputs a $sign, fixed formatting, and sets the precision to 2 decimal places. This function is a simple non-parameterized manipulator. In the main function, we create a double variable price and output it to the console using the currency manipulator. Let's review some best practices. Always check the stream state after operations. Close file streams when you're done with them. Use appropriate stream types for each task. Handle exceptions for robust input-output operations. Prefer high-level operations over low-level ones. Use manipulators for consistent formatting. Here's the code sample. It includes iostream, fstream, and stexcept libraries. We define a function process file that takes a file name as input. It attempts to open the file using std, ifstream. If the file fails to open, it throws a std, runtime_error exception. The file is then closed using the close method. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.